Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. NBA winning streak comes to an end last night. We were at 6 days. I thought I was going to hit 7. Nope. VIP ticket goes 5 and 8 last night. But let's put it behind us. It is now Tuesday. It's a new day. In this video, I'm going through 3 college basketball bets. Let's go.
Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
First up, Creighton on the road in Providence here. This is a 7 p.m. tip. Total sitting at 140.5. Line was Providence plus 2.5, and I say was because the entire world is betting Providence here. One of the most public bets on the board. Line is now dropped all the way down to Providence plus 1.5. Let's take a look at our spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Providence plus 2.62, so about a 1-point lean on Creighton. So Creighton extends its winning streak to 8 games now, one of the hottest teams in the country. Of course, on Saturday, they only beat UConn by 3. They couldn't cover my minus. I had Creighton minus 4.5. Couldn't cover that for me. So thanks for that. But one thing that definitely jumps out at me when it comes to Creighton and their winning streak right now, they really haven't been tested on the road in that span. Of the 8 games in this winning streak, only 3 of them are on the road, and one was in Seton Hall, so they went into Seton Hall and beat them. That's decent. Other than that, their other 2 road wins were Butler and Georgetown. I'm not exactly throwing them a parade for beating Butler and Georgetown. Want to know what happened before the winning streak when they actually had some tough road games on the schedule? Here, there are 3 road games before the winning streak. At Xavier, loss. At UConn, loss. At Marquette, loss. Now they travel into Providence, and the Friars are low-key still right in this Big East race. They're only a game and a half out of the lead of the conference. These teams met at Creighton back on January 14th, and Creighton had a 12-point lead at half, but Providence came all the way back and tied it in the second half. Creighton eventually did pull it out. They won by 5 or 6. Look, everything's pointing to a Providence bet here. Providence is still perfect at home, 13-0 on the season. You got Providence coming off a loss. Meanwhile, Creighton is riding high. 8 straight wins, that they haven't really been tested on the road recently. But for me, the deciding factor is the fact that I think Creighton is head and shoulders better than any other team in the Big East. I think this is by far the best team in the conference, and I think they're just now showing us. They took a month or 2 to really get their shit together. So even though betting-wise, this is a spot to bet Providence, I'm loving that the public's all over it, so I can fade it. I'm riding with what I think is by far the best team in the conference. Give me Creighton minus 1.5 next game. Let's head down south to the SEC. We got Missouri on the road in Auburn. This is a 7 p.m. tip. Total set at 150.5, I think it was. Line was Auburn minus 5.5, and I say was because the public's slightly leaning Auburn, sharp money leaning Auburn, and the line is now up to 6.5. Let's take a look at our spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Auburn minus 1.59. So we're looking at a nice little lean, a 4-point lean on the Tigers. Well, Missouri Tigers, I should say. So Bruce Pearl came right out and said this is a must-win game for his Auburn team. Pretty bold statement. Is that a factor when it comes to betting? I mean, personal preference. I personally don't really like to take those things into account because, yeah, it might motivate his team, but I think him making that statement publicly also motivates Missouri, in my opinion. And this game is absolutely massive. There's a 3-way tie right now. Missouri, Auburn, Kentucky, tied for 3rd, 4th, and 5th in the SEC. And in the SEC tournament, seeds 1 through 4 get 2 byes. The 5th and 6th seed only get 1 bye, and they have to play in the second round of the tournament. So this is huge. This is the game of the year for both teams. The thing is, these 2 teams are just trending in opposite directions. After starting off 16-3, Auburn is now just 1-5 in their last 6. Meanwhile, Missouri, 5-1 in their last 6. This one sucks because it's another one where the spot is obvious. It's obviously a spot to bet Auburn. Coming off 3 straight losses against a Missouri team that just went into Tennessee and beat them. Huge road upset. But the thing is, if you take the spot out of it, take the line movement out of it, and just look at how these 2 teams are playing right now, there's no question I cannot lay 6.5 points with this Auburn team. So I'm going to do it. I don't love Missouri, but I can't bet on Auburn right now. Their offense just isn't there. So give me Missouri plus 6.5 next game. How about we head out to the Big 12, Kansas on the road at Oklahoma State. This is a 9 p.m. start. Total sitting at 140.5. This line was Oklahoma State plus 2.5, but it quickly drops down to 2. Public's pretty split even with some sharp money on the Cowboys. Let's take a look at our spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Oklahoma State minus 0.52. That's about a 2.5 point lean on Oklahoma State. Earlier in the video, I said that Creighton's one of the hottest teams in the country right now. Throw Oklahoma State right on the list with them. They've won 5 in a row and 7 of their last 8. And during this streak, the Oklahoma State defense has just been out of control. Ready for these numbers? So this is during the 5-game win streak. Oklahoma State is holding opponents to just 63.6 points per game. 38.9% field goals, and just 28.2% from three. They're also out-rebounding their opponents by over 5 rebounds a game in that span as well. These two teams actually met on New Year's Eve. Oklahoma State went into Kansas and was up 15 at half, only to blow it. Kansas came back and beat them 69-67. My only criticism of Oklahoma State during this streak is the schedule. Like, yeah, they've won 7 out of 8, but where are the impressive wins? I mean, you barely beat Texas Tech at home. Texas Tech is bad. You beat Oklahoma twice. Congrats, the Sooners are real bad. The 2 wins over Iowa State are really the only 2 respectable wins during this streak, to be honest. I took an ugly loss trying to go sharp and fade Kansas on Saturday. I'm not making that mistake again. I'm done fading Kansas for the foreseeable future. You want to give me a short line like 2 with the Jayhawks? I'm going to take it. Give me Kansas -2. If anything changes with these bets, I will let you know on Twitter, so give me a follow there if you're interested. Also, if you want the final tickets, the bet of the day, parlay of the day, that kind of stuff, head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. Tuesday night, we got some NBA action tonight, some good college basketball action. Remember to bet responsibly, and I will talk to you on Twitter.